The World Cup may be over, but did you know that there is another international tournament taking place in the world of football right now? Yep, the AFF Mitsubishi Electric Cup, or Southeast Asian Championship, is nearing its conclusion. Did you also know that you can live stream the matches free and legally on the AFF's official YouTube channel? But did you also know that if you're a fan of international management who wants to play through this tournament on Football Manager 2023, you can't. Yep, the biannual tournament is hard-coded into FM23 to not take place this year. I dug around in the editor and it seems SI have done this to avoid any clash with the World Cup, even though none of these teams got anywhere near qualifying, and even though the tournament is actually taking place right now. So luckily for you, FM International Football Management fans, yours truly dug around in the editor to rebuild the entire competition from scratch, so that it takes place as scheduled in 2022-23. And this is the full tournament, so we've got the preliminary round with East Timor and Brunei facing off. That's in November, and then through December we get the group stages taking place, and then finally the two-legged semi-finals in January, plus of course the final, also played over two legs. And the tournament, as in real life, it repeats every 2 years, so you see here we've got the whole thing played out again in late 2024, early 2025, and again in 2026-27. There is a little bit of a change here though, because I've got the qualifying round played in November, but I also, if we just pick Vietnam here and take a look at their schedule, I've also there brought the group games and the knockout games forward to take place in November and December. Why? Well, you might have already seen it, but that's to avoid a clash with the Asian Cup, which takes place in January 2027. And if you want to get this fix for your game so you can play through the Southeast Asian Championship, then check the link in the description, which will take you to the Steam workshop where you can download this file. And bundled together with it, you can also find my fixes for the West Asian Football Federation Championship, which, as you can see here, I've done it in what will now be, going forward, its real-life format. 3 groups of 4 teams, the top team and the best runner-up then going to the semi-final. But if you check your current FM save, you're going to see that this takes place as 2 groups, 1 of 4 and 1 of 5, which just doesn't happen anymore. And there's one more regional Asian championship that we've made a fix for, the South Asian Championship. Now the problem here was that SI had kept this as an 8-team tournament with Afghanistan in there. Afghanistan haven't been a member of the South Asian Federation for about 8 years now, and they haven't competed in the tournament since 2015. So I've removed them. I've made it the 7-team format, which it has been for the last few editions, with the exception of 2021, COVID years and all that. But anyway, we get a group of 4, a group of 3, top 2 going through to the semi-finals. But I haven't stopped with those 3. I've also created a multitude of international tournaments that do happen in real life but just aren't featured in Football Manager. For example, in Africa, the SAFF Cup, which takes place every year between the Southern African nations. The SAFF Senior Challenge Cup, one of the oldest international tournaments in the world, and also one of the oldest European tournaments out there, the Baltic Cup, and the Arab Cup that took place last year in Qatar. I've got that repeating every 4 years. And as you can see here, a whole host of different tournaments around the world of football, senior tournaments, youth tournaments, all sorts of things going on. And all of these additional tournaments are available to my supporters over on Patreon, a great way to support the channel for as little as £1 a month, and you'll get access to everything. Also, check out my International Manager of Mystery series if you want to see some of these tournaments in action, and leave a comment if you would like to have tutorials on how to make competitions like these in the FM editor.